Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004 modded career mode. Since the last episode, a lot has changed. Okay, so first and foremost, at the time of this recording, AJ, the mod creator, has created a updated version of the mod. So some things are going to be coming through that weren't coming through before, like some numbers are going to be correct. That's one. Two, we've also gone forth and hold on. One of my doors are open. Sorry, I'm. It's around spooky season at the time of this recording, so you know, anytime my door is open, I'm a little nervous. But two, we've updated and fixed some of the tracks that I had. Some of the racetracks weren't showing their proper race distances, and some tracks were adding on, some tracks were losing. It was weird. Anyways, so we got that fixed. So Las Vegas is going to be a 34 lap race. For example, Daytona should not have been 40. It should have been 34, but we got 6 extra laps of content out of it. I'm not too mad about it. That's okay. But Las Vegas, for example, is going to be 34 laps long. No big deal. My PS4 controller's cord has finally died after multiple moons of trying. So now I'm officially back on my PS5 controller. Didn't think I would actually be using my PS5 controller on my PC for quite a few more years. But here we are. Yeah. So, and I got sick. So that also kind of helped slow me down a bit at the time of the recording. So yeah, a lot has happened. A lot has changed. A lot is coming. And we're on race number 3. So without further ado, I'm going to put out a quick challenge, by the way. This video needs 3 likes. 3 likes, and I will hopefully go in depth a little bit more and run put together like another video of, you know, maybe a compilation of some of the cautions that we've had throughout the season so far. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure out something that I can reward y'all with. But actually, I got an idea. 3 likes for season 3 for race 3. And I will tell you thanks in the next video. That's what I got so far. Anyways, let's go to Las Vegas. We've only got one Speedway chassis, body, and engine, which doesn't really help our options, but this is all we have. And it's a car rating of 67. So without further ado, we're going to go and gamble. I swear, being the only Pontiac driver has its like pluses and minuses. The plus is that I'm getting no manufacturer support. So I don't have to worry about, you know, manufacturer rules or anything like that. I can just kind of run my race and enjoy the car. The downside is no manufacturer support, which means I may be slower than a lot of the other guys out there on the track. And I'm going to try to get a, you know, manufacturer's championship for no manufacturer support with Pontiac. If that all sounds confusing, welcome to the channel. I don't think this lap is going to be better. I wound up way higher on the track than I wanted to be in turns 1 and 2. I don't think 3 and 4 are going to be better either, unless I can just hit my marks here. But I don't think we're going to gain. I think 14th is going to be exactly where we've qualified, which is not a bad showing for this DualSense controller since I've moved over from my PS4 one.
Good speed. We'll start near
I did gain 0.2 of a second, 10th place. I'll shut up now.
NASCAR Winston Cup Racing has hit the jackpot this week as we come to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for today's UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. What can you tell us about this racetrack?
The good thing about tracks like this is there's plenty of room out there to avoid accidents. I look for these guys to have a pretty clean run and probably won't see the big one that we talk about at the other tracks.
The 53 car has had a couple of incidents on the racetrack with Kurt Busch.
Every driver in NASCAR Winston Cup has had a bit of trouble on the racetrack at one time or another. As long as they keep their composure, everything should work out okay.
I didn't realize that I was still in this rivalry with Kurt Busch, but okay. Thanks, guys. See, Jeff Green is on my inside. Jeremy Mayfield on my outside. He got into the wall. He's got into me. Yo, is Jeff Gordon running his retro Rainbow Warrior scheme here? He is. Oof. Almost got up into Tony Stewart there. trying my best to, kind of keep the car as clean as possible for these 34 laps because we need to bring this car with us to the next track. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of just roll through. It's good to see the 25 and the 48 near the front. It's also really good to have a car that handles really well. I think this is a stark contrast to California.
You're clear.
I think California was a real wake-up call for me. I had to go in and actually work on the setups a bit because whatever I had before was not going to cut it anymore. Are we really three? We're really 3 wide.
3 wide. Hold that line.
Excuse me, Brian. FYI, I suck when I have to go into far chase. Like I just can't drive. So me getting into Brian Vickers, albeit helped me out, was also not my intention. But I am trying to give you guys a little bit better camera views when we get into those situations where they start calling out 3 wides, maybe even 4 wides. So I apologize to Brian Vickers fans out there. That was not my intention to hit him, but
6 cars down low.
man, Mark Martin is just powering up here. Like, hello, Mark.
We're up another position. Clear.
Car is beginning to get uncharacteristically loose at the very start of the turn. I can't fight when they're on my outside. I don't even want to look for Mark Martin.
Still there. Got one down low. Someone got by you. Let's go after it.
Got some cars heading down pit road already.
Okay, we're clear.
It's only lap 6.
Keep coming. We're getting there.
Unless these guys are about to big brain the whole field and run all the way to the end on those tires. Because I think mathematically you can make it to the end on the tires or on the fuel. But we've got a few cars a lap down from here on out. Not weird, but definitely kind of confusing as to why they've come down. If there's like a caution at any point, they could literally lose the race here. Also, I don't think this car is going to get into victory lane at its current state. We'll get in maybe at Daytona, maybe at Talladega, but right now at these speedways, we've got a good car. We just don't have run up near the front car yet. I definitely feel like we are on our back foot on our 1.5-mile packages, especially after California. I mean, the car feels good. It's not trying to drive too slow. It's just I definitely don't feel that we have the same pep that we had at the end of season 2. So I definitely feel like season 3 without the manufacturer support of Pontiac, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna struggle pretty hard.
All clear, buddy. Your right front tire's a little warm. Careful now.
I just got absolutely dumpstered by the 2 car here. He didn't wreck me. He didn't get into me. He just flat outright passed me.
Catching up to the leader. Keep on it.
The good news is that I'm not sliding around like I predicted I would around this point. I mean, sure, the car is a little unstable on corner entry, but I'm backing the corners up and then just kind of letting the car float, which is helping.
Keep him behind you if you can. The 2 car up high. Someone got by you. Let's go after it.
Car's getting loose. Like I'm actually beginning to slide, 4-wheel sliding.
32, 11. You're off the pace. Did we miss the car setup? Car inside. Number 12 is trying a block. 3 wide. Hold that line. You just broke into the top 10. Gotta keep the tires in good shape to be fast, buddy.
Dang, Tony.
We're clear.
They must have some really good tire wear right now.
Pace is falling off. Pick it up a little. We're about 7 seconds off the leader's back bumper.
Whoever the race leader is, he's out in clean air. He's gone. He's checked out. I definitely wasn't looking for a race win, but I definitely was looking for a sense of a rebound here.
Number 1 wants to get by you. That bump didn't hurt us. Car's okay. You're gonna help us with the body work this week. Yellow flag.
Oh wow, I flipped. I'm over. We're upside down. Tom Cruise, I'm upside down. Houston, I have a problem. I'm upside down. I'm losing positions.
On the back track. Clear.
The good news is it looks like I've lost every position that I've actually fought for. The great news is that we're not dead last. Those guys who pit earlier, great.
50, 47.
I hit the wall and went right. Yeah, I had no control over the car. Ooh. I got into Kevin Harvick. Yeah, I had no control of the car. Ace Kane was involved. It wasn't like the 25 was involved. Sorry, Harvick. Well, everybody's going to pit. And I'm going to be in the middle of all this. And I'm not going to gain a single position over this. Look at this. We're stopping on pit road. We're stopping coming to pit road. This is like playing iRacing. Go ahead and repair that. Repair it. It's like 2 seconds worth of damage, bro. Probably for the best. Oh. Mistakes are penalized very heavily now. Can't make a single mistake anymore, guys. We're going to be the last car off pit road. We are actually not the last car off pit road. I think the 22 got trapped. But not liking what I'm seeing. Back here in 33rd.
Got one eye. 3 wide. Hold that line. Oh, looks real good out there. Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either.
That my crew chief says the car looks good out here because it is still extremely tight. This car just does not like Las Vegas.
Number 20. It's up on. Take care of those Goodyear Eagles.
Like, I really do wish that I had a large majority of support from Pontiac. But being the only Pontiac team, no manufacturer support, GM has moved on to all Chevy. It's rough, you know? So I can't go to the Chevy guys and be like, hey, do you have a notebook for me to borrow? They're just not there for me.
Hold it steady. 3 wide. Good pass. 31, 28. That's it. That's the speed we're looking for. Number 9 is blocking. Okay.
Got an angry Casey Kane. Got an angry Kurt Shelmerdine.
Got one eye. Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either. Clear. The 9 car is going for the block.
Car is at its best right now. Like, I need all the help I can get right now. I am running like a man possessed because the tires are good. But as soon as these tires hit that cliff and fall off, yeah, nah. We're going right backwards. We're going to be backing up. But right now, I'm just picking off moves, making moves here and there. Much needed moves, I might add.
Those laps, good job. 3.5 seconds behind the leader. The 8 car is still there. Clear all around.
Definitely feel like I'm passing a lot of cars, but got to remember the lappers were also
Using up those tires.
amongst all this. Jimmy Johnson just came down on me.
Gained another spot. Number 21.
Jimmy.
All over your back bumper.
Jim, come on. Come on, Jimmy.
144. Good lap. Keep hitting those marks. 3 wide. Hold that line. No one inside.
Tony Stewart's been following me this entire time.
He's still there. I'd like to see him stay back there. Still there. Oh, yeah. Great pass, buddy. Number 20 is right behind you. All clear, buddy. 31.
I don't think we're going to make any more meaningful moves here, especially with Jimmy Johnson still blocking me so hard. His aggression is through the roof right now, and he's my ally. Yeah, I can't get there. It's okay. 15th after qualifying in the top 10. It's a step backwards, but at least we got the car done, and we at least were there. And John Andretti finished third. You're welcome, Mark.
Drivers didn't spend much time behind that Pontiac pace car today.
I can assure you, all those guys who finished in the back would have liked to seen more cautions. Gives them a chance to make adjustments without the penalty of going a lap down. They just didn't have the luxury this time.
The 53 car had a run-in during the race with the 29 car.
I'm not sure how this all got started, but now they have a little history on the racetrack. It'll be something to watch in the weeks ahead.
This is EA Sports thanking you for joining us for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race. We'll see you next week at Atlanta.
I didn't hit my expectations for my primary or my secondary again. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. Anyways, Kurt Busch wins, Jamie McMurray second, John Andretti, Rusty Wallace, Sterling Marlin are your top 5. Congratulations to John Andretti. Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Joe Nemechek, Bible Labonte, and Dale Jarrett round out the top 10. Joe Nemechek came from 22nd to finish 8th. Sterling Marlin came from 35th to finish 5th. So we had a lot of movers up here. Where did some of those guys who hit early finish? Kevin Harvick was a lap down. Morgan Shepherd, Jimmy Spencer, Todd Bodine, Travis Quaffle, Ward Burton, Martin Truex Jr., J.J. Yaley, Scott Riggs. Failed to finish. Scott Riggs did. But I passed quite a few of those guys, and I thought I was making a lot more moves, and I was not. That sucks. Jamie McMurray lost to Kurt Busch by 5 tenths of a second, which is actually pretty close. So, well, I think we're absolutely cooked. We're gonna have to just liquidate and or sell all of our assets, or I'm gonna have to find a teammate from somewhere, because being the only Pontiac driver, I've got nobody to work with, and I've got no manufacturers. Like, there's no support whatsoever. Being the only Pontiac, like this is probably the most challenging challenge. This is the biggest challenge I think I've ever had. Let's be honest. Last season with the salary cap, I thought was going to be a challenge, and it wasn't that bad. This one is going to be really bad. It's just horrible. Let's head back to Atlanta and get ready for the next race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hopefully there at home, it'll be better. We landed back home, and it's time for us to go through the stats and info screen, where yet again, we didn't win a race, and yet again, we finished outside the top 10. This is really painful this season, and the current standings say that Jamie McMurray is leading the standings over Joe Nemechek, Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton. I'm in 7th now, so I lost an entire position. I'm 74 points back. Bible Labonte, Ricky Rudd, and Jeff Gordon are your top 10. Mark Martin is 11th. So huge rebound for Jeff and Mark Martin. If you guys remember correctly, at Daytona, they had issues. So nice to see them back in the top 15 officially running near the front. John Andretti, with his finish, is now 16th in the standing. So nice to see. I'm seeing some drivers in some really good places. Greg Biffle's going to have to do some work, but seeing some very interesting drivers up near the top of the standings. Oh, and by the way, just so you guys know, Terry Labonte has only made one start this season, and that was the Daytona 500. So if you've been wondering where Terry Labonte has been, Texas Terry is again part-time, just like Bill Elliott. So you will rarely see the 5 and or the 91. And don't ask me why you're not seeing their portrait. I can disable portraits now in NASCAR Thunder. So I disabled his portrait for some time. But yeah, there's other drivers that have also made starts. I think we've seen Derek Cope. We saw JJ Yaley in the race recently, so that was really cool. Driver stats wise, is nice to see that we actually do have some variety in who's starting, who's not starting. Actually, I think I'm off here on Bill Elliott. Yeah, Bill Elliott's made 2 starts. So, yeah. In terms of polls, is Jamie McMurray and Ricky Rudd wins. There's 1 win apiece for multiple different drivers already. Kurt Busch, me, and Jeff Gordon. Top 5s. I've only got 1 top 5, 1 top 10. I am struggling here. Average start is not looking that great either. And my average finish is definitely not championship caliber either. I'm cooked. I think that's what the kids would say these days. I am legitimately cooked, and we're gonna have to liquidate the whole team. But the good news is because of the fact we have some really good people, our shop edition for the tire mounting machine is officially done, which will help out on the chassis side of things. And with a super speedway race that is not due for quite some time, maybe we could overhaul that chassis now that we got the other chassis back. 2 races time in order to have that chassis back. When is the next super speedway race? I know we got Atlanta next. Then we go, we got some time. We're putting that chassis in. Yeah, you know what? Super speedway chassis, get in there. $393,000. I got to be careful about how much money I spend, not because we have a salary cap this season, but because we have a lot of other problems. And I'm going to go ahead and overhaul the super speedway body because it's needed. It's about time we overhaul that body. For the shop additions to continue here, I am thinking, we've already done tire mounting machine. We could probably do with an increase in tire wear, or we could go straight to engine efficiency. You know what? We'll just go ahead and kind of go down the line. So another 3 races time, we'll get the engine hoist in. And then after that, we'll do the next one for the body to increase the body stuff as well, which will help out the team tremendously down the line. So I'm trying to think ahead with some of the smaller upgrades that a lot of people don't care about some of the upgrades in the shop. I'm going to prioritize as many of these upgrades as possible. It's our 3rd season as a full team. We didn't upgrade our shop as much because we felt confident in what we had. That may have bit me in the butt here for season 3. We probably should have used some of the extra cash that we were getting throughout the season to improve our shop. But I was trying to make sure we kept putting out better cars week in and week out. That might have hurt us a little bit here. So we're on our back foot, but we've got time. No real big pressure yet. If you like today's video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time here on the channel. Things are getting rough already. Atlanta's next. Be easy, everybody.